Welcome, everyone. Let's see. Welcome to today's pop-up Q&A. We are entertaining questions here today, and all you have to do is ask a question. I'll take a peek, and we'll do some energy clearing as well. So be sure to post your questions in the comment section, and we'll be taking a peek at that. As we're waiting for people to show up. You're not used to me being on time, I guess. So what have we got going on? We've as we're waiting for people to show up. Oops, hang on. I got my glasses here. So as we're waiting for people to show up, we have a lot of exciting things going on. So I'll just give you a quick update about my book, which is currently with the formatting people who are formatting it for an ebook and for paperback. And so the ebook should be ready in another week or so. We're trying to get it out by the end of the month, before the end of the month, where it will be available for $1 for 1 day. So keep an eye out for that. We'll be keeping you updated on that progression. And so be sure to post your questions if you're coming on today, and we'll take a look at what we have going on. So we have my book coming up, and let's see what else. Friday, we're going to have Friday's inspiration. Okay, let's see what we have going on here. Z, always good to have you. Crystal and Roma, all good to have you here. So Z, help me be more feminine. Oh, what a great question. I love that question. Hey, Janice on Facebook. So this is actually a great question. Help me be more feminine. So as you ask that question, there's a couple places where I would look. So one is with your masculine and feminine energies, balancing those two energies. So ideally, they would be 50% of each. These both carry different characteristics. The energy of the masculine is the energy of the mind, all logic. We need that energy to get stuff done. It's that outward energy. But the feminine energy is more of that introspective, inward heart energy. So let's make sure those are both at 100%. So your masculine, that's at 100%. And the feminine, so you're correct. It's at 50%. So let's see where you can access more of your feminine heart energy, that inward introspective energy. And let's see. So in the heart, right in the heart, out to that third layer. So I want you to pull in the energy at that third layer. You're nice and grounded, so you can just pull that energy into the core. And as you do that, think about releasing all the judgments about being in a female body, and any fears you might have about tapping into your deep inner knowing. And also, let's see what else. 3. There's also a lot of anger. So that anger, when it's held at the heart, would get turned inward. So this is where you would make yourself wrong, maybe making yourself wrong for being in a female body. And, potentially you had parents that maybe wanted a boy and didn't want a girl, and you came along, and then, so maybe there were some of those judgments put on there. At any rate, let's release that energy in your heart that doesn't allow you to access the fullness of your feminine energy. So a lot of people are afraid to access the feminine energy because they think it's a weak energy. And so that's completely not true. It is actually very incredibly powerful. But if we have that belief, which is a distortion and a misunderstanding of what actually feminine energy is, then we might not want to step into more of our feminine energy because we think it's going to make us weak. Not true. So now that we've cleared the heart energy, Z, let's remeasure your feminine energy and see where that's at now. It's at 95%. So let's find that last 5%, which is down in the root, out to that third layer. So this is where it just doesn't feel safe to step into and be in this feminine vessel. Because there's a lot of, it's kind of like this unspoken sort of threat energy towards women that we feel collectively. So we're just going to release that energy down your grounding. Excellent. Hey, Tammy, nice showing up. Okay, so let's see where the feminine energy is now. 100%. So that's really excellent. So along with that, so now the feminine energy is in its fullness. There's a couple other things that I also want to check. And so these are sort of the energies that, we'll measure. So one is the energy of the martyr, which kind of gets us in that sort of masculine doing energy all the time. Martyr, it's at 50%, and then anger, also at 50%. So let's also diminish those, because we're amplifying the feminine, but we also want to diminish those two energies that tend to be more masculine, because it's that outward doing energy. So when you tap into more of your magnetic feminine energy, then you're not going to have to work so hard, which is all about martyr, hard work. And then the anger, a lot of people use anger as a motivation. So let's clear that martyr and anger energy. So the anger, let's go down to the root. They're both in the root, out to that third layer. So as we pull in your worry circle from the third layer, we're going to imagine pulling in all of that hard work and struggling and putting yourself last, and also any angry energy. So we're just going to drop that down the grounding cord. Has no use in this present moment. Okay, good. So let's see where the martyr is now. Martyr's at 0. And then anger, there's still 15%. So let's see where that is. In the 6th chakra. So out to that third layer. So this is where you have that belief that you need anger. You identify anger as part of your power. And it is a big energy, it is a powerful energy, but it's not your true authentic power. So we're going to pull that belief out of the 6th chakra that you need anger to get stuff done, which is, you can do it that way. I mean, I'm not saying it doesn't work, but it's not fun doing it that way, and it's really hard on the nervous system. So being motivated by anger is not a fun way to operate. Okay, so we're just pulling that belief out of that 6th chakra, dropping it down the grounding. And so now the anger is at 0. So that should help you drop into more of the feminine, which is not all, skirts and lipstick and high heels. Dropping into your feminine is that heart, that place where that part of you that just knows that deep inner knowing, and that part of being introspective, getting stuff done more in the sense of activating your ability to self-nurture and self-generate love. So that's a really good one. All right, great. So thank you, Z. Who else has a question, either on Instagram or Facebook? Let's see what we've got here. Hey, Monica. Else tired lately? Well, I have not been so tired lately, but let's take a look, Monica. Let's take a look at why Monica's so tired. Because there's probably a lot of you that are feeling tired. I suppose, and likely cords just wiped out. Okay, so this is really a great thing to look at, because this is a very common energy, feeling tired, this tired energy. So there's several places where I would look for someone who is feeling tired, no energy. So first of all, I would check at the solar plexus, like what's going on in her solar plexus. So she mentioned cords. There is actually someone corded to her solar plexus. That's going to affect her ability to really step into her power, step into her energy. So Monica, you can do this by going to the core of your solar plexus, and then just imagine that person coming out through all the layers, well, through your body, and then through all the layers of your aura, and you just keep sending that energy gently all the way back till it goes back to that other person. As opposed to cutting cords, we never cut cords because that leaves residual energy. So we just gently pull that energy out. Okay, great. So that looks a lot better. And let's see what else. So Tammy's tired too. Okay. So we're looking at Monica. So that you had a cord there. And 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. In the root, out to the third layer. So the third layer is all about our power, right? So here you have some energy in your root chakra that doesn't allow you to feel safe to step into your power. So we're going to pull in your worry circle from the third layer, so where you're not quite feeling safe to step into your power. Okay, that's great. We're just going to drop that down the grounding. Excellent. And then, let's see, there's one other place that I would check, and like the layer of your aura, so your third layer, yes, the third layer of your aura, so that's connected to your solar plexus. That is also congested, and starting all the way at the top, so this whole layer, your third layer that relates to your power, is completely congested. So we're just going to imagine all that energy in this layer just seeping down like paint being poured over a balloon. And then when it gets below your feet, it's going to just merge with that grounding cord, so it has a place to release to. Okay, great. And Tammy, you could also be doing this for yourself because you probably have some similar energies. It's kind of how the universe works. It brings people with similar energies together so we can all work those energies. Okay, good. So that's the third layer. And then another place that causes us to feel tired is when there's a bunch of energy in the sixth chakra. People's beliefs that aren't ours can create a lot of foggy thinking that can make us feel tired. So let's see. Yes, you have more cords here as well. So we're going to go to the core of that sixth chakra, so all the way to the center of the head, and we're just going to pull that cord out front and back through all the layers of your aura at the sixth chakra, and we're just going to send that energy back to them. So what happens is when someone is cording here, that means that either they're curious what's on your mind, or they want you to see things their way. Well, if their way is not your truth, that's just going to make you tired and foggy thinking. And in fact, today's class, which we just did before this, was all about the sixth chakra and these beliefs and how, what we think about the most often with the greatest intensity for the longest duration. That's what creates our world. And so, we have to give thought to what we're thinking up here. And if those are not our beliefs, then we're just going to be tired. So we're going to take that out of Monica's sixth chakra. 7, 6. There's something still there. It's a fear entity. So in this sixth chakra, goes all the way out to the 15th layer. So the 1%, which is in the 15th layer, these use fear entities to control us, to keep our energy pushed down, to create confused thinking. So we're going to go out to the 15th layer. We're going to pull this 1% energy all the way into the core of your solar plexus, your 6th chakra, and all of their beliefs, which relate to like feeling like a free-range slave, relate to feeling powerless, relate to feeling like you can't complain or question. You just have to go along with everything that's happening. That's the 1% energy. So we're just going to pull all of that energy into the core of your 6th chakra. Excellent. And we're going to lift the sphere entity into your crown, where it goes out to the 3rd layer. So 3rd layer, again, relates to your power, right? And being able to give yourself permission at the crown to step into your power. Okay, great. Let's pull this sphere entity up and out. And so Monica, if you could give us some feedback about whether or not you can feel the difference. Like, do you feel maybe a little more alert, a little less tired, a little less foggy in the brain? That would be some helpful feedback. Okay, excellent. So that looks really good. So let us know if you feel a difference, and then we can report that. Like, I know all this works, but other people here don't really know. So that would be really helpful. And then Tammy, let's take a peek at you. I know you were experiencing some tired energy as well, but let's see. Maybe doing this also affected you and your tired energy. So I'm just checking a few things. 7, 6. So you have some stuff going on in the 6th chakra as well, Tammy. That's going to create foggy thinking. And when we don't think clearly, we often perceive it as being tired. You know, that kind of like, oh, we can't keep our eyes open. So, just checking Tammy here. It's not a cord. 2, 3. But there is some congestion that goes out to that 3rd layer. So let's pull that in, Tammy. These are some beliefs around how powerful you are. Okay, great. 6, 5, 4. And then also at your solar plexus, it's not a cord. It's not an outgrown guide or fear entity. But there is some energy that goes out to the 3rd layer at the solar plexus. So these are some of some beliefs or some energy, foreign energy that you're holding there, that's causing you to feel a little stuck, a little stopped. So just the solar plexus, the energy is not really moving very good there. So we're just going to clear that. Okay, great. Okay, great. And so Monica's letting us know that she does feel better, a little emotions coming up, so that's good. And she's going to let it pass. Thank you. You're welcome. Very welcome, Monica. And so an interesting thing about emotions is that it actually takes a lot of energy to hold down emotions, like feeling angry. Sometimes we have more permission to be sad than we do to have our anger, and certainly even less so our fears. So just let those emotions pass, and you'll find you'll have more energy too. So that'll be great. And so Tammy, let's see what else with you. 6, 1, 2. Also, the 3rd layer of your aura, Tammy, is also congested. So we'll clear that for you. And we're just allowing that energy to seep down through this layer so it can merge with your grounding below your feet. Then your 3rd layer has a place to release to. Okay, let's see. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so Tammy, maybe you could give us an idea if you're feeling less tired as well. So, because we did clear quite a few energies, and I think you were also clearing energies along with Monica. So that would be helpful to know if you noticed a change. Okay, great. Going back to Instagram, let's see if there's any other questions. Did I make the right decision? Well, I don't know. I might need a little more information. Um, uh, uh, um, well, what I'm more inclined to look at, there's sea crystals, crystals, pearls, sig. I don't know your handle. Anyway, the doubt that's coming up about whether or not you made the decision. That's what I would want to look at, because you're in a lot of doubt. So this is maybe a different crystal. Yeah, like your doubt is at 95%. So let's see where your certainty is. And if you want to give me more information about your question, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So in your root chakra, 2, 3, out to that third layer, this is where the uncertainty is living. That's making you doubt yourself, that whether or not you made the right decision. So let's pull that uncertainty in. And then what I'll do is I'll measure I'll measure the decision that you made, whether you're at affinity with your decision. Yeah, it only vibrates at 500, which is the vibration of love, but that's kind of like a low grade basic love. So there's maybe you love the decision, but it's not in your highest and best interest. I'll say that. It's affecting you in your heart, out to that third layer. So you have some judgments here. So maybe this is a relationship decision. In that you're in that energy of proving your worth and value. So if you've made a decision about a relationship based on that, then you still have some work to do around proving your worth and value. Like you might have to go through that another round before you discover. Oops, got some sun here. Hang on. Before you discover that. What was I saying about your certainty? The judgments in your heart. So before you decide that, with a relationship, that maybe you need to go through another round of this relationship thing and proving your worth and value to realize that that's not really a good basis for a relationship. So let's see. Oops. Pause. Okay, good. There we go. Pause due to poor connection. Okay, hang on. Very accurate. So Yemen, Z, sorry, who we cleared earlier about the energy of being tired. So I have so many addictions to anger. Yes. Okay. Miss Silea, haven't seen you in a while. Can you check to see if I am fully in my power? Anyone in my money pile, and if I have any cords? Okay, great. So if I were to ask if you were fully in your power, I would measure like how open is your solar plexus? How activated is your energy center at your solar plexus? It's only at 50%. So let's find why your solar plexus is not fully open and activated. We're going to go out to that third layer. So there's an energy at your solar plexus that's making you feel kind of stuck and tired and unmotivated. Maybe you can confirm if that's true or not. And we'll just pull all of that stuck energy in, and we're just going to drop it down the grounding. Okay, great. And so that opened it up to 95%. But there's still some beliefs in your sixth chakra that are affecting your power. So go out to the third layer. So these are the beliefs around how powerful you are. And there's still some distortions in there. So we're going to pull that energy in and drop that down the grounding. Excellent. Okay, so now your solar plexus is open 100%. So that means you have full access to that outward masculine energy. But I like balancing this outward masculine energy with your inner magnet at the solar plexus. Like there's both masculine and feminine energies that operate through the solar plexus. That masculine energy is the outward energy that's going to get stuff done. And right at your solar plexus, there's also a feminine energy that's going to magnetize and pull things to you. So let's see how much feminine energy you have activated. 100%. Let's check it at the solar plexus. 10, 20, 30, 40. Yeah, it's only 50% at the solar plexus. Somehow I knew to check that. Okay, so let's activate your full feminine magnetic energy at the solar plexus. Let's see where that's blocked. So we're going to go to the sixth chakra, out to the third layer. So these are beliefs around the feminine power. Like, remember I was talking earlier about it being a weak energy? And so we're going to clear that distortion out of the sixth chakra, because the feminine energy is actually a very, very powerful energy. That's why they killed us lifetime after lifetime, because we were too powerful, right? Okay, good. Okay, great. So now the feminine at your solar plexus, this feminine magnet, is now at 100%, and the masculine 100%. So now you have that balance in your solar plexus of the outward masculine energy is going to get stuff done, and the feminine magnetic energy that's going to pull things to you. So then you don't have to work so hard. That to me is really being in your full power. Okay, and then chords. How many chords does Ilea have? You have 3 in your root. So while you're working on that, I'm going to check your money pile. Money is at 1,000. Your money pile's at infinity. I always like to drain that 1% out anyway, because they have such an influence in everybody's money pile. So we're just going to drain that out of your money pile. And then when you bring that money into your rings, like above your head, and into all of your rings and down through all of your energy centers, 7, 6, 5. Let it stir at the heart where you have some judgments about how you've been managing or mismanaging your money. All the coulda, woulda, shouldas. Let's clear that. Okay, good. Yeah, so everybody that's on is getting this healing as well. These are some common energies. Feeling, judging yourselves about how you've been working with your money. So as it comes down through the heart, third, second, root. So let it stir in the root so that you feel safe no matter how much money you have. Because your security is not contingent on how much money you have. There is a certain threshold of, having enough money so that you feel like you can eat and you have a place to live. But you can still be in joy and be grounded, even if you don't have a house, a home. You're basically homeless. It is still possible to not be totally sideswiped by that. It's all about energy and perspective. So at the root, let's let this money stir in the root. So money doesn't give you security either, but it is going to amplify what's going on in your root chakra. So we don't want it to amplify more things to worry about. Okay, great. All right. So now your money, as it's coming up the front, 1, 2, at the second chakra, out to that third layer. So this is your creative center. So second chakra is a transformer. It converts energy into physical reality. So we want this money to be recalibrated so it can manifest physical things like money, like clients, like rich resources. Okay, great. So as this money is coming up through the second chakra and the third and the heart and the throat, 6 crown rings, let that money cascade down through all the layers of your aura, and paying special attention to that third layer. That would also relate to your power. Okay, good. The rest of the aura is clear. So then run that money through the circle of reciprocity, out that right arm as you give out into the economy, putting those fingertips together, allowing the receiving to come up through that left arm, that left receiving arm, through the shoulder, through the front and back of the heart, throat, 6 crown rings. Excellent. Okay, great. So that should help. Maybe you can give us a little heads up about how effective that was at helping you feel a little better. Clear these glasses. It's all smudgy. Okay. Oops. Okay, good. You've been feeling unmotivated, so thank you for that feedback. All right, great. So let's see. Let's see what else. Janice, if time, after you go with new people first, of course, has my money container expanded? I feel like it has. Okay, good. So Janice has been a real trooper coming on, and so thank you for letting new people go first. You're welcome, Z. So let's take a look at Janice. She's been working on creating more wealth, prosperity, abundance mindset. So Janice, your money pile is at infinity, so that's really good. And so that's one piece of manifesting more money. But the second part is having it aligned in all of our energy centers, in all of our chakras. So like the other gal, I would make sure you drain that 1% out of your money pile. Excellent. And then as we bring this money in through your creative rings and down through your crown, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Excellent. And then as it comes up the front, the second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, 7 rings, and then your aura. You just need to pay special attention to the third layer with your aura. So letting that money fountain out the head and then just seep down through this third layer, clearing out any effort around money. So that should help Janice. Okay. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. And then the 15th layer. So here we're going to start at the bottom. And we're going to clear that 1% energy up and out of this layer before we let the money seep down through it. Okay, good. So now bring that money down through this 15th layer where the 1% hang out. Recalibrating that layer. And then we're going to do the same thing with the 30th layer, Janice. Go out to the 30th layer, start at the bottom, lift that energy up and out through this layer. And so I think Janice's goal, if I recall right, was to be in this next series, this next run through of our 4 weeks of doing a 20-minute daily meditation. So we'll be doing it every day except for Sunday for 4 weeks. And that's starting October 5th. So this is what Janice, I believe, is getting ready for. And raising her money vibration so she could be a part of this program. So Roma, if you could post that link to the 4-week program. And the theme of this next round is called Generating Rich Resources. You know, I've been a big proponent of raising money vibrations and helping people manifest more money. And sometimes people just get focused on the money piece, just like, I gotta have more money, more money. It's really not even the money that you really want. What you want is what the money is going to create. Peace of mind, maybe a little more ease, maybe new experiences, being able to go places you couldn't go to before. Those are, you know, we don't want just paper and ink. We want what the money can create for us. And so rich resources is more than just money. It could be opportunities. It could be, there's lots of ways money shows up. Maybe we have to go buy something and out of an emergency, but it happens to be on sale, half off, you know. Or, you know, you pull up to the meter and it's full of money. Or someone takes you out to lunch. Those are all kinds of the little things, rich resources we need to be grateful for. So anyway, starting October 5th, we're going to be doing this every day, moving towards 20 minutes a day, clearing to help open you up to more rich resources in your life. So that link will be great if Roma could post that, if you're still on. If not, we'll just do it afterwards. Okay, so it looks like circle of reciprocity. So Janice, the last thing you want to do is run that through the circle of reciprocity, which looks clear, which is all about giving and receiving rich resources. We have to give out into the economy before we can receive. Okay, great. So that really looks good. Okay, good. Gaia, I haven't seen you before, so this is great. I like working on people I've never seen, heard from before, I don't know anything about. Okay, good. So let's see what Gaia's working on. Hopefully that's how you say your name. And great. So Roma just posted the 4 weeks of Generating Rich Resources. That is available now to start if you'd like to join. There's, if I'm not mistaken, a bonus program that you can also access immediately. Okay, Gaia, sorry, I'm getting distracted here. What is Gaia working on? In your root chakra, out to the 3rd layer. This is an energy that doesn't allow you to feel safe to step into your power fully and completely. It might make you feel a little tired, unmotivated, maybe even a little depressed. Okay, good. So we're just helping you release that energy down the grounding cord. And so that's your worry circle. You also have some energy going on in the back of your heart, also out to the 3rd layer. So this is where you've got some judgments going on. Being really hard on yourself, maybe feeling like you're not doing enough, not doing it right, and maybe you should be doing more. So we're just going to help you let go of all of these judgments. It's not a very fun way of being motivated. We want to be pulled by our passion instead of beating ourselves up by all these judgments. Okay, there you go. So we're just going to drop that down your grounding. Gaia 7654 21. Okay, great. Let's see what else we've got going on here. 1, 2, 3, 4. You have some people courting to you. Right at the root chakra. This is the most common place people court to. And it's affecting the very first energy that I cleared. So that was possibly not even your energy, that first energy that we cleared. So we're going to go to the core of your root. We're going to expand your worry circle with these 3 people in it, on it. And we're just going to gently send this energy back to them as we expand the circle, so that when they're having a bad day, you're not going to experience their bad day as your own. Okay, good. Okay, good. So there's no cords there. And there's 2 other energies I want to help you let go of. It's the martyr and the anger, both at 50%. This is still working on you, Gaia. And they're both in the root chakra out to that 3rd layer. So this is very common too, so it's not a judgment, but it's just an observation that you, like many people, are using this energy of the martyr, which is that hardworking, struggling energy, but it's an energy that kind of gets stuff done, kind of the hard way, but it still gets stuff done, and also anger. So those 2 energies is probably what you've been using as your motivator, like pushing yourself like a martyr and then being mad at yourself to get stuff done. So both of those energies, I want to help you release that in the root. We're just going to pull that into the core of the root chakra, and we're going to send that hardworking martyr down your grounding. And this angry energy, we're going to send that down your grounding, so that you can start accessing more of your true magnetic power. Let's see where your feminine energy is. That's also only at 50%. So we're going to go to the heart, out to that 3rd layer. So letting go of more of those judgments. Should be doing more, not doing enough, not working hard enough. And so if you can offer any feedback about what I'm saying, if it's accurate, if it feels like it resonates, let us know. You're actually helping the other people here to know that what we're doing here is real stuff. Okay, good. So now your feminine energy is at 95%. So that's going to help you become more magnetic. The last 5%, 6, 5, 4, 3, down in the root, out to that 3rd layer where it doesn't feel safe to be in this feminine vessel. There's a lot of threat energy there. So we're going to pull in this energy at the solar plexus, and we're just going to drop that down the grounding. Okay, good. So now your martyr is at 0. Anger also at 0. Your feminine energy is now at 100%. Your solar plexus is clear. So maybe you can let me know. Let's see what we've got to say. It is. So I don't know what it refers to. Yeah, so give us a little feedback about whether or not you felt any shift in any of those energies I was clearing. So you're welcome, Tammy. Thank you. You too have a beautiful day and night as well. Yeah, thanks for joining us. So let's see. We might have enough time to entertain one more question if if someone would like me to take a peek at something. Let's see what else we have here. Anybody else? Sandy. Wow, you nailed it. Okay. Cool. And Crystal, I'm skipping you just because we've done a lot of work together. And so one other thing I want to talk about before we head out here is there was something else I wanted to talk about. Yeah, I guess that was the upcoming 4 weeks that we're going to be doing. So October 5th, you be sure to sign up for that if that's what you would like to participate in. It's been really great because it's hard to have a practice, like a daily practice where you can just sit down, set your energy for the day, and then you're set and ready to go. So we do this every morning for 20 minutes, starting at 9 a.m. Pacific time, and we're going to be focusing on generating rich resources. So if you've been struggling financially or not able to manifest your business quite the way you'd like, or things are just sort of stuck in the money resource section, this would be a great one to focus on for the month. So consider signing up for that. And for those of you who are maybe wanting something bigger and more than that, maybe something more specific to you, the place where all people start is with the vibrational temperature report. So that's a 17-page report. I measure more than 40 things without ever knowing anything about you. I don't need to talk to you anything. You just order the report. I will send it to you. I will tell you where all the places are stuck that are creating any lower vibrating energies, so that if you're a healer, you can potentially take this report, go to all the places where the energy is stuck, and create some clearing for yourself. And if not, I'm going to offer some suggestions in there about what you can, what I would suggest for you. And then it also comes with a 30-minute chat where you can get all your questions answered. So you might want to consider that. All right. I think that's about it for today. So thank you everyone for joining us for today. And as always, on Friday, we'll be meeting for Friday's inspiration. Of course, I never know what it is until sometimes the day of. But I always listen to what Spirit wants me to talk about with all of you. And we keep elevating ourselves in these higher vibrations, because that is where all of your dreams and desires already exist. You just need to become aligned to it so that you can actually realize it, manifest it, create it, make it a realization in your real life right now in present time. All right, well, sending much love, and we'll meet you again, hopefully on Friday. All right, have a great day, everyone. Bye-bye.